This field, we're going to take a look at Oregon's offense, this time out of empty. Weren't an empty just a ton, and they obviously motioned back and ran the ball a little bit as well, but going to quickly dive into some of their passing concepts they liked out of empty, some of the runs, some of the motions, and we're going to dive right in. Very first concept we're going to look at is slot fade, and is a great concept out of empty, especially if you can get them to walk down to one high look right here. So slot fade here by the number 2 receivers. Outside guys are running hitches, and this guy right here has an option like a lot of teams are running right here where he could sit, could work out, but really on this one, obviously if you're seeing a one high look, which is what you're getting here from USC, walking down here, working back there with the safety, pick your poison here. Which slot fade do you like the most? You like this receiver matched up here, you like this receiver down here. On this one, Bo Nix glances at the middle of the field, make sure this guy's not rotating way too hard, but then he likes his matchup over here to the short side of the field. This DB, as you stop it right here, he's over the top, he's at this, on this front hip in front, so he puts this back shoulder outside the numbers. Great adjustment, really poor adjustment here by the DB trying to play man-to-man. Slips, falls, like USC was known to do this year. Now we're rolling on the single high safety. Nobody else is left, and makes him miss. They end up scoring on this play. Really embarrassing look there by USC's DBs, but pretty good throw and catch there against man-to-man. Somewhat back shoulder throw on that slot fade. And as you're looking at the rest of the field, here's your slot fade. You could have taken that if you felt great about that matchup. You're getting a hitch here, trying to hold these corners low. These guys, as long as they're staying low on those corners, just like any smash read, you feel good about that slot fade. These guys that are manned up on those slot receivers are not the corners, so they're not really used to playing those fades as much as those corners would be. So if you can get a safety or a linebacker matched up on a fade, exactly what you want. Here's his tight end fullback. There's an empty set. He's working out because it's man-to-man. There's no space there just to sit, so he's got to work out. So he is a viable option there as well against man-to-man. Right there, took that slot fade up there to the top, short side of the field. Great play, makes a couple guys miss, takes to the house. Here's another concept where they have 6 men walk down. They end up dropping a couple of them, just a shell protection right there. Nobody really pressed except this outside guy walking down. This is really one of the two things they're going to do. They're either going to show you a 6-man blitz and either blitz and bring 6, or they're going to drop a couple out, try to play underneath and rob slants or something like that. Or they're going to twist up front, just play off coverage, play quarters or something along those lines. But right here, on this one, it looks like the line is trying to slide to the right, and this right tackle doesn't get the call. Because you see these guys, everybody's sliding that way. This right tackle slides left, and now there's an unblocked defensive end in the quarterback's face. What Oregon ends up running, they're running the slant here and basically a corner here, which they like their matchup on this. I'm sure they're hoping to have a little bit better protection on this, but you have a DN free right into Bo Nix's face. And this is probably one of the more impressive plays of the season. Unblocked DN, he just gives ground, buys enough time as he cuts to the corner. Flips that thing out there away from the defender, almost throws like an out route. Lets this guy run it down for a throw and catch there against man-to-man, showing that 6-man blitz. As you're looking to the other side, it might be a bit of a toggle route. This guy's coming, he's sitting, he's going to work out. He's working into the middle of the field, and he looks like he's running a vertical. Could be a post right there as well. Just thinking about, you have that smash, you have that slant basically holding underneath right there. That could be the concept right there. But with that breakdown and protection, Bo Nix does a great job of buying time, knowing where his receivers are going, and not just freaking out. Gives his guys a chance. Big play against man-to-man against Oregon State to get a good completion against that look. Where on this, I think this is just a really good read by Bo Nix and this receiver. They're going vertical, some seams, somewhat verticals there on the inside, and it looks like this guy's running an option route in the middle of the field. And Bo Nix, he sees his safety roll across. This outside backer just spot drops right to the flats. This guy's probably trying to midpoint if they're running verticals, but there's tons of space right there on the seam. This linebacker doesn't get out to it. He sees this cross read chapping number 3 right here from that mic. His eyes get over here to the 3 receiver side. So right there, great job by Bo Nix realizing that, getting his eyes to that seam, and if there's space, drill it to him. Don't lead him. Put it right on his body. If you throw him right up here, now this corner has a chance to converge. The safety has a chance to converge. But right there, put it on his body, slow him down, and he's already in space, and he's open. So great job right there recognizing that coverage on those seams. And, of course, I think if this mic pushes to that seam, you got a chance right there on that option route or that in-breaking route right there to replace him. But right there, had space in the seam, took it. Great throwing catch, not throwing him in that safety and corner. Here's a good concept from Oregon. They're running an out here. They got a slant. This guy's running a pretty quick slant. He's got a chance to work, and then he's working in. Not sure if he's hitching or if it's some sort of option right there on the outside. But here on this one, Bo Nix, hey, it's a 4-1 box, probably a one high look, playing man-to-man all the way around. Looks for 1. Doesn't like pretty good coverage. Now you got a chance for him to shake and work in. As soon as he sticks it, put that thing on his body. It's a 3rd and 4. Great throw and catch right there, allowing him to protect the football with his body between the defender and the ball. So good throw and catch there. Protects the football, gets down. Big first down. Working those slants and in-breaking routes up here to the 3 receiver side. And looking down here to the bottom, if you would have had enough time or thought it was a too high look, you can probably come down here and work this out route to the boundary. As soon as he sticks right there, there's your space. Throw that thing to the sideline, get a completion as well. But took the slants. Great throw and catch. Great job protecting the football with his body in a clutch moment right there for Oregon. Another thing Oregon did, and could be a really good change-up for getting into empty, and an easy way if you don't want to just do a ton in empty, is getting the different sets right here. There are trips to the boundary. You can go trips to the field, whatever it is, and see how they're aligned to it right here. It's 2-on-3 from the defense. So right there, they're just going to flip the quick screen out here to the receiver. You're going to block there and block up to the corner. This isn't just a huge play, but they got into a different formation. They got into empty, and they threw it out there to their guy. And they've got a guy in space. They can make this guy miss, but instead he just runs right to the sideline. They ended up getting a personal foul on this as well, so they get 15 yards off of it. But this is just a really easy concept. Looking out there, if quarterback doesn't like this as far as the numbers, now you can just run whatever you want with a quarterback run. It's a 5-man box here, where you could probably have some success, especially if you have a running quarterback. But right there, numbers were great here to the boundary. Take that screen out there. Probably want to catch this thing a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, so when he does go vertical, he's getting more yards instead of having to run 2 yards before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. But right there, 2 or 3 yards, getting the ball out there in space. If you do this with some tempo, it could definitely be good as well. So right there's another concept that Oregon has in their playbook out of empty. And here's the concept. They're running smash down here, so that could be an option. You got a quick screen here, and if you're looking at it, Oregon, they're basically reading this outside linebacker right here. If he stays out of the box, and then you got these safeties right there as well. So it's basically 4-on-3. So he just pumps it. Now we're going vertical right there. Probably want to work up to that twist, which again, that's what their defense is going to do. They're going to twist out of empty to try to stop the run game. So you got to be ready for that. When you're in empty, he needs to work up, block right there. Now they're running that draw, replacing the guy that played out of the box. But right there makes the DN miss. It's a big first down right here on 3rd and 3. So again, a quarterback run with quick screens or just any kind of quick game could be good. And that's what Oregon has right here. Just another changeup. Athletic quarterback in Bo Nix making somebody miss. Getting a first down, 3rd and 3, creates tons of space there in the box. So if you're just looking at it and you ever stopped any run with any of your players, hopefully your quarterback's a good athlete, that's a lot of space, can create good plays, especially short yard situations. Here's another concept, just run GT. They're bringing this guy in motion here. I don't think it's a read on this one because all it is a 3-2 box. This safety's rolling across. So basically it's just misdirection running GT with your quarterback. So faking across, and against his 3 front, he's blocking back, down, down, pulling for there, pulling for whatever shows up, might be the front side linebacker or the safety. And right here on this one, the tackle that's pulling even got the front side linebacker. Only receiver left went up to that safety and pinned him, and guard got all the way to the corner. So great concept, a little bit of misdirection. And of course, Stanford's just not very sound as far as their alignment or how they're playing the GT. Easy, about 6-7 yards right there on 3rd and 5. Another look at this concept, this time against Washington and their forefront. So their motion right here. I think this is more of a bash read. Actually going to read this in right here once he comes across. If he gets upfield or widens, now the quarterback's going to pull and run GT. Block down. Probably going to double that up to the backside, block back. Pull a kick. Pull the lead. Probably going to go up to the safety, leave that corner. Again, this DN gets upfield, so this one needs to be a pull. There's your puller for the DN, getting a kick. Backside tackle getting up on the play side linebacker. There's your receiver working up to that safety. And Bo Nix trying to make something happen. Gets about 2 or 3 yards. Not just a huge play. Again, this is on a 3rd and 9, so I like to say a 3rd down to see if they can get misdirection and pop the quarterback on a run. Right here, we're able to do it against Washington's defense. Did a lot better job as far as just their alignment and playing this than, of course, Stanford did. So right there, Washington making a play on that quarterback GT out of empty. Just another way to get your quarterback into the run game while spreading the field. This is a really interesting formation because right here you got 3 receivers here in the empty. You got tight end fullback. Are they going to treat it like a 21 personnel set? Or are they going to treat it like an empty set? So right here he motions back and they're basically running power read over here. Here's the DN that you're reading. Everybody else is just running power, pulling right there for the front side. These guys are arcing outside. Chance to get the ball on the edge. He squeezes for that power. Easy hand read. Now he's rolling, getting up to that safety, making a guy miss. Pretty good play there on 3rd and 3. Good change because you don't know how they're going to play it, whether a 21 set or they're going to be an empty check. Look like they're just playing like they're in a 21 personnel set. Still running power read. Those guys squeezed a little bit much, able to get the edge. Easy first down there for Oregon. Just some of the concepts that Oregon had out of empty. Let us know if you guys have any more concepts you guys want us to take a look at, or if there are any teams that really specialize in empty that you think are the best in the country, and we'll take a look at them. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys again in the next video.